Julia, and this is my pop doodle quiz thing. Phase of mitosis is interphase. State what before the cell divides. Cell, and here's the nucleus with the DNA inside it. Phase, the DNA copies and sister chromatids line up in the cell next to each other. Is paired with its identical sister. Phase, all of the chromosomes of sister chromatids line up in the middle of the cell, and the spindle fibers start forming. Phase, the spindle fibers have pulled apart the sister chromatids, and each half goes to each end of the cell.
So all you basically do is go through the same process again with two separate cells, with one full of DNA and four cells. So here's the process.
In telophase, the sister chromatids are at the ends of the cell, and the cell is starting to split, and the spindle fibers are done pulling. In cytokinesis, the cell is split in half, and each new nucleus forms in each cell, and the DNA is back in the nucleus. Yay! In the end, in mitosis, each cell is exactly the same, and it has the full set of DNA. Time for meiosis! Yay! Meiosis is the process of making cells with only one of a pair of homologous chromosomes. And meiosis happens in sperm and egg cells. It's interphase, but it has absolutely no difference from mitosis. And to remind you, it's the stage before the cell copies. In meiosis, prophase 1 is when the homologous chromosomes line up next to each other. And the difference from mitosis is that the homologous chromosomes pair as well as the sister chromatids. So it looks like this.
Starfish, and that it's called the.
And so these are the homologous, and the lines that look like this are the sisters. Homologous chromosomes line up at the center of the cell. And the difference from mitosis is that in metaphase and mitosis, it's only 2 chromatids wide, but now it's 4. The spindle fibers are forming. In phase 1, only the homologous chromosomes are pulled apart instead of having the sister chromatids pulled apart. And so the sister chromatids are still attached. It looks like this. And here are the spindle fibers. Yay. Yay, spindle fibers. Cell splits. And the difference from mitosis is that the sister chromatids are still attached. So now each cell has 3 pairs of homologous chromosomes.
Like the same, there's fewer predators, there's fewer disease, stuff like that, so you don't need as much variation. And 2, it might be harder to find a mate, so you should find this, and it might take more energy to find a mate, so it'd be easier just to do things on your own.
Phase 2, the sister chromatids pair up. And now it's still meiosis, so there's 2 cells now. Phase 2, the sister chromatids line up at the center. And the difference from mitosis in all of these number 2 steps is that it's identical to mitosis, except the homologous chromosomes are in separate cells. So here's lining up the center. These 2, the sister chromatids, are now pulled apart. Phase and cytokinesis 2, new cells form. So now in total there are 4 cells.
Yes, you should call it prophase 1, prophase 2.
Cells you end up in meiosis are different from the cells that end up in mitosis. Is that number 1, you end up with 4 cells instead of 2, and each cell has only 1 out of the 2 homologous. So each cell only has half of the DNA. To reproduce in mitosis, it's going to be asexual. So you kind of make your own babies, and when you're reproducing in meiosis, it's going to be sexual because you have another mate. Reproduce in mitosis. Reproduce via mitosis. The environment that would be best for you would be something like a non-changing environment, so something like a desert with not a lot of other animals, and it would be really hard to find a mate because you're traveling a lot and there's not a lot of animals in that desert for you to mate with. Animals that would do this would be a starfish, because they aren't very mobile and they're very slow, so it would take a long time. And also bacteria. Bacteria is asexual because it's bacteria and I can't really mate. Animals reproduce sexually, and one of those environments that would be great would be like a rainforest, which is diverse and there's lots of other animals. Humans reproduce sexually, yay! And grizzly bears reproduce sexually. Yeah, so almost any mammal does that. Of asexual reproduction is that it happens a lot faster, and you have to find a mate. Of sexual reproduction is that you can have 2 parents, and that helps you protect your young, care of your young for a much longer time. Yay! Okay. Whippy! Smiley face! Yeah!
Made with Doodlecast Pro.